Okay, so I'm going to put several topics in one in this video. One, the channel has now reached 1,320 subscriber milestone. Thank you very much. We're getting closer to A, monetization, and B, the 2,000 subscriber forfeit. Newer viewers to the channel who may not know, newer subscribers. As a Blackburn Rovers fan, I have to wear a Burnley shirt in a live stream when we hit or pass 2,000 subscribers. Now, how I'm going to acquire a Burnley shirt, we shall see. I probably will find a second-hand one online somewhere. I'm not paying full price for a football kit. They skyrocketed in price, very unaffordable. Might have to try and find a second-hand one in reasonable condition on eBay, potentially, or Gumtree. Not paying full price for a football kit, not with what they're charging, not with what's been charged for them and costs. It's just not affordable as a luxury I can't afford. So we'll see what happens the closer we get to that 2,000 sub goal. Now, other news, subscriber counts and who's viewing from where. Australia's driving the growth of the channel because of Paul Kent getting sacked. That was a month ago. Even now, the view counts from Australia are still ridiculous. My rugby league and NRL content is doing really, really well. But also the video I did concerning the crisis in French professional football, trending on fanbanter.co.uk. The video was used in an article discussing the issues surrounding the French league. And now we've seen Bordeaux go bust. So my prediction that a club would go to the wall wasn't the club I was thinking of, but it's now coming true, and we could see more French clubs in the same situation as Bordeaux in the coming weeks. Bordeaux have basically said we've run out of money, we're losing more money than we're making, we're going to have to liquidate, go to amateur status, reform at the lower levels of the French league system, and start from scratch. They've closed the training ground, released all the players, and laid off a lot of staff. So we shall see what happens there. But they're the two big videos, Paul Kent getting sacked and French football crisis, that are driving subscriber growth. Final thing I want to cover is the IT outage that's impacted PCs and Windows operating systems around the world caused by Crowdstrike, the antivirus and security company, IT security company based in the US. It has impacted the channel's view counts and it has impacted the channel's growth. View counts over the last week have been down. Very noticeable. 70% of the world's tech devices, including mobile phones, PCs, tablets, use a Windows operating system, games consoles if you watch on Xbox. They were impacted by the IT outage. 70% of devices knocked out, even for a few minutes to days. 70%, that is ridiculous. And there's a lot of devices are still being backed up, recovering. Not everyone's back up to speed. That has impacted the channel's view counts, view hours, and subscriber count has slowed a little bit. So hopefully that gets fully resolved and back up. But the view counts are still above where they were last month. They're still up on a daily basis and an hourly basis, but it was noticeable when that IT outage hit. View counts did drop off significantly. Now, most of my viewers, looking at analytics, a lot don't actually use Windows. A lot use handheld devices that are Android or Apple based. That includes tablets. And a lot more people use smart TVs and other games consoles to watch that aren't Xbox. So yes, there was an impact. It did negatively impact the channel's view counts, view hours and watch time, but it didn't cause complete chaos because I now use a Chromebook. If I was still using the old laptop that was Windows based, it was already struggling anyway. We've had software upgrades that have gone wrong before with Windows updates that have impacted the ability of that thing to work. We had to completely reinstall Windows twice on the bloody thing. It was a nightmare. There were issues. Windows can give you blue screen of death. I've had it 3 or 4 times with the old laptop, but it was on its last legs and it was on an older version of Windows 10. I had to reinstall Windows twice on it to a later version of Windows 10. It was an absolute pig by the end. It's still the emergency backup should the Chromebook go horribly, horribly wrong, which it hasn't so far. But the CrowdStrike IT outage did hit the channel. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. As I say, could have been using the old laptop. That would have been a disaster for the last week or so. Thankfully, we have got the Chromebook, so we've got a better operating system and a better webcam anyway, and better sound quality. A lot of viewers were complaining about the quality of picture and sound. We've had no end of issues since 2018 with that HP laptop. So thankfully, when I get everything off it, because there's still things on there that I haven't transferred over, or saved pictures, photos with me and with friends, bank detail, all sorts of legal documents. I haven't got everything transferred over. When I've got that done, that thing going. Been a hideous thing. Absolutely, they've made their operating system so bad since Windows XP was the best thing they ever did. They've gone downhill since then. I remember when they updated Xbox and changed the interface on the Xbox One. Nightmare for the first few months from the transition. Didn't work as well. Didn't like the interface. Never really liked Windows 10, to be honest. Didn't like Windows 8. Windows Vista was unusable. So I'm kind of glad I've got a Chromebook now. Makes making content a hell of a lot easier. But there we go. I thought it was a bit more of a channel update all in one. So we've reached another milestone. Subscriber growth is still good, but we were negatively impacted by the Crowdstrike IT outage. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate all the support you guys continue to give. Really appreciate that. But from me for now, thank you very much for watching. I will have some Olympic and rugby league and football content for you guys next week. I'm going to keep up to date with how the medal table's going, and we will do some history videos surrounding the Olympics. I'm going to do a video looking at the 1976 Montreal Games, which was a mess to say the least, and it did impact how the IOC selected host cities for the next couple of Olympics after that. The LA Games in '84 basically going, here you go, you're reusing existing infrastructure, let's not do a Montreal, let's get the games done. And the '84 Games in LA was one of the best of all time, according to those who were alive at the time. I wasn't. And then it changed how the Olympics was structured, financed, and then we've seen some bad Olympics since 1984, but '76 was a terrible Olympics. We'll see how Paris pans out. There's been a lot of controversy so far. We're only a few days in. But from me for now, thank you very much for watching. Have some content for you guys very, very soon.